it has been quite some time since I've been able to play video games, you know, working man and all that. But if I could, man, this game looks epic. I was watching Rad Brad's videos. Shout out Rad Brad. You're an institution. But it looks really, really good. So we're going to draw the main character. So let's start with the eyes. Kind of standard human, right? Center point up, and the eyes be just like slightly higher than halfway. And we'll just go with a normal eye shape. Diagonal, right? Kind of flat along the top. Right? So just maybe some like eyelashes kind of sticking out here. I think he does have like a slightly darker corner part of his eye, I think. That's how it looks to me anyway. Tear duct just in here, and then we kind of just like curve it around and up into the corner. Now sometimes you can leave a gap if you want it. Sort of there, or join them. It's up to you. And they do have like a bit of a tear duct line in there. And then iris. So we're going to go down brown, circle from the top, take it from the top. Kind of like that. Now his top of his eye line is like, he's got like a bit of a brow line that comes across as well. So it's like doubles up as two different sections. Pupil, a half circle in here. Or semicircle. It's nearly a full circle, but just not quite. Not quite a full circle. Okay, first eye. So he has these massive eyebrows, right? So let's go for this, right? So he's got like a big frown coming across here, right? Like a curved line just there. And then this will go all the way up around, and like real spiky eyebrows then on the end, right? So like real hairy. They kind of like join his face hair and everything. So there's all these spikes and sort of, we'll draw them as spikes anyway. Just makes it a bit easier. Right, and then the front of it kind of just here, and then they sort of go back this way then. Right, and if you want, you can add like a bit of texture to it. Okay. So then he's got those eyelid lines, right, that kind of come across the top of his eye, right? So he's got like one there. And then it seems to just come across this and then go down this way. And there are kind of like wrinkles and stuff here. And maybe like a bit of an eyelid line underneath. Right, so do the other eye. We'll just do this over here pretty much, and you're about eye width over, so the width of his eye fits in between both the eyes, right? That width gives you your distance, and then you start the next one same way, right? Diagonal. Cross, we'll add some sort of eyelash lines at the back. Then we go down around into the tear duct at the front. Right. And then that iris and pupil again. So we go now remember, eyes don't have to be exactly the same size. Characters normally have one eye bigger than the other anyway. And if you look in the mirror, you'll be surprised to find you probably do as well. So okay, pupil then. And then we'll go for another big frown just here. And then gets real sort of spiky out the back here. Right, and then a couple of textures just to make it look a bit hairier. And then we'll do that eyelid line. Nearly like this line joins that line actually as well. Kind of like a gorilla sort of. Kind of connects. The skin connects underneath. Right, and then a bit of an eyelid line down here. I am taking my time because these sort of realistic ones can be tricky. I think he's got like his brow sort of goes underneath there. He's got like loads of hair on it and stuff, so. Okay, so bags kind of underneath his eyes as well. So just kind of things like this. And then a very thin nose. So what we'll do is we'll add sort of a couple of wrinkles. And then the bridge of his nose kind of goes this way. Right, and then maybe some like lines just here. And then his nostrils down this way, and they're real sort of pointy and long. So it like starts sort of like a normal kind of nostril, but then they go like crazy long, like nearly down to his mouth. Right, and then there's like a line down the middle, like on the bridge of his nose, or the tip of it at least. And there's a bit of skin just coming around the side here. Right, and then he's got like just little wrinkles and stuff along the top here. It's kind of unusual now, this. Tricky enough to draw that. That's not too bad. It's hard with noses sometimes, you know, because you worry about doing too much for the nose. And I think he's got another frown sort of in the middle here. Okay. Very thin again. Okay, I think that's the best I can do with that nose now. Very tricky to not do too much. Right, so his mouth downturned, kind of standard. Right in the bottom lip. Sort of line just underneath there. They don't draw in the top lip really. They just do these kind of lines coming down from his nose, right? We're going for like a monkey sort of look. That's the aim, at least. So they normally have this wide sort of top lip. Right. Yeah, this goes down a bit further, it nearly like touches his top lip down here. Where does his mouth finish? Like underneath the inside here. Just darken up his nostril in there a bit. Right, so the rest of him is like, the rest of his face is hair, pretty much, and beard, right? So right up underneath the chin here, we're going to just start adding these little sort of beardy zigzag areas, right? And they come right around his mouth. All the way onto the inside of his face even. So it kind of reminds me of Caesar, you know, from Planet of the Apes, and it comes right in beside his eye. Right, so now once you've that done, this sort of Y shape, you've got to go around the top for his fringe, right? So you got like in the center, like he's super hairy, so that comes down right there, and then it goes like around the eyes again and joins like the side. And kind of the same on this side then. Let me just go with some more sort of wrinkles on the forehead. Da-da-dum. Right. So the rest is like a big old beard and then like spiky hair going up that way. And it all connects together. It's just like surrounded all by hair, right? And it goes down far enough, so we'll go there maybe. Right, so I'm gonna just start like spiking beard. Making it real hairy. Kind of beard hair normally would be slightly shorter maybe than sort of head hair. So the spikes might get a little bit bigger as we come up. And then they'll start to, you know, curve that way. And, you know, make some textures on it, sort of might. So I'll just keep adding these now, these little textures just coming in onto the beard, kind of making it look a bit more hair-like. And then we start going around the head. So the head like comes up to a point all around here. So we'll go like we'll try and keep her even. They're kind of like shark fins, is kind of the shape I'm drawing, right? Kind of over and over, and gradually going in this way is the goal. His hair is kind of crazy. No, bad, not bad. Kind of looks like fire a bit. Okay. Now, so I want to just like texture all this stuff up because that's like empty. So what we're going to do is like just start adding little sort of textures, spikes and stuff all here, just to make it look like got a bit more hair going on in here really. So just extending some of the lines on the top. Bringing everything sort of in closer to the eyes. You're always going around like in that radial sort of pattern, going in towards his eyes. Right, and we might be able to see like a little bit of his ear. Just in here, I think. Not much. Just kind of beside his eye there. Right. Again, there's a crown on the more elaborate designed Wukong, but we're doing the main character that you get at the start of the game. Right, so that's the head. So now the body and that sort of shoulder armor. Let's see what we can do with this. So I don't think he's as hairy as that in the game. So I'm looking at like the design by the actual designer. So we can see, let's say, neck muscles. Go just like side of the mouth, so go like here. And this goes down to his chest muscle. Or collarbone down here, right? So you got like Adam's apple sort of area there. And then his neck, so his neck is kind of hairy. Right, but we'll just do it a bit wider then. So we'll go like neck muscles down that way. And then his collarbone goes out there. And he does seem to have a hairy trapezius kind of situation, right? So it's kind of like a hairy sort of back. Just goes in under the armor there. And in under his clothing here. And then there's like hair coming in onto his body. All hair as well. Unclear, but I think it's like just on his shoulders and the side of his neck here. So this is all, looks like it's all hair just gone down his chest. Okay. And then he has a blue sort of robe area coming over his shoulder on this side. And then this curves down there. This is all hair, kind of like King Kong and stuff. Very hairy, sort of neck. And then there's a big shoulder pad on the other side, right? So, let's see. So it kind of goes, curves around like this first. And then it seems to have like a rim on it. It's like an S shape. And then we go this way. Might be some hair on his neck, I'm not quite sure. Okay, we'll keep going. So we'll go around. This sort of thing. Back to there. There's a strap. That way. We'll do the sort of edge line around all this. Another layer of armor. 3 more, right? So this one. So I'll just get these 3. That one goes that way. There's all these edge lines to them, like patterns and stuff. Like studs and metal and little circles like this, just like keeping everything sort of bolted together, it looks like. A little bolt on top and one here, here. And like edge lines all around these leather sort of straps. Little sort of studs sticking off, kind of like bolts or something. I don't know if you've ever played Final Fantasy VII, but it looks like, what's his name, the main character again? Cloud or, can't remember. Man, I'm blanking. People shouting at the screen right now what his name is. Right, and then we'll put like some scratches and some textures and stuff on this. Just because it's leather. And like if you draw any over any sort of edge lines like that, see, you can erase that or color over it. Okay. Just tidying up some of these now. Not bad, I think it looks like him. So that's all hair and stuff in there. Be like the same color as this. Black Myth, Wukong. Cool game. Wish I could play it. Wish I had time to play it. Hope it's helpful. See you in the next one. Bye.